Today we're ranking characters on a tier list. This will spoil the show, obviously. If you're not caught up, piss off, scram, skedaddle, get out of town, go away. First, we got Omni-Man. Giving him an A. I think he's a standout character. I just need to see more from his transformation. He's badass, stoic, and the internal conflict between serving the Viltrum Empire and experiencing earthly love is incredibly well written. Next is Adam Eve. She kinda bad. Wait. Oh, never mind, I'm good. I can say that. She goes an S. She's a phenomenal character. At the moment, I think her backstory in the special was extremely cool, and I like her powers a lot. As of right now, goated. Might change later due to future events that may be adapted from the comic. As of right now, though, S tier. Now, the man himself, in B tier. Hear me out. Stephen Ewan does a great job and I like Mark. I think he's a good protagonist who has a good heart, lots of potential, and his struggles are pretty well done. It's just that some of the decisions he makes are very dummy brain stupid juice. Like when he gets back from Thraxa and doesn't tell anybody that the Viltrumites threatened all of Earth if they don't join the Empire. Like that is so fucking urgent. Why wouldn't you even mention to anyone, yeah, the whole planet's gonna be invaded by a bunch of evil supermen? Like what? There's a couple of other decisions he makes that go beyond just him being young and naive, but genuinely suck. Also, bro loses like every fight. He was beat up by cavemen at one point. I don't think he's ever defeated a villain on his own without it being some low-level crook like Elephant Man or something. In every single episode, he's pinned on the ground, getting his face punched in. Every time, it's like the same copy-paste sequence. He's holding back. Well, this is what you get for holding back. You get placed on B tier. Decent main character, but certainly not the GOAT. Damien Darkblood C tier, didn't see much of him, didn't really care. Amber, you knew this was coming, F tier. She's kind of annoying, the whole played out sassy black woman trope. She worked fine enough as a plot device for Mark. She was fine as an obstacle for Invincible, just not on her own as a character. Shrinkray, B tier, fine hero, fine character, just wants to live a normal life, respectable. Robot, A, I like him a lot. His relationship with Monster Girl is kind of weird, and his story in the comics takes many bizarre turns. He was my favorite character initially in the first few episodes, but he kind of lost me a little bit. Mauler Twins A. They move the plot forward a lot and they're kind of funny. William F because he's gay. Nah, he's fine, B. He's a good character. Machine Head I like, B. His voice is kind of chilling.
I know where your family lives.
Monster Girl, also B. She acts kind of weird when a robot's trying to help her with her aging problem, but a fine character. Donald A. I absolutely love the subplot with him realizing what he is as like a robot and kind of embracing it. That was one of the best things throughout season 2. Black Samson, B. Basically Nick Fury. Battle Beast, S. Bro's just looking for a good fight. Omni-Man didn't intervene in the Machine Head fight because he knew Battle Beast was too goated. He's kind of like the noble warrior character. He fights the most powerful character in the series before they're attacked by these other creatures, and when that character gets his stomach slashed by them, Battle Beast slashes his own stomach to even the match between them. I love him, he's great. Suitmaker dude, C. Titan, B. Pretty cool character. The Immortal.
Where is Omniman? Where is he? Where is Omniman?
D tier. This guy's constantly getting his ass beat. He hooks up with some young chick. He's also impulsive. The best thing about him is that he was Abraham Lincoln, which is not even really touched on in the show a lot. Alan the Alien is my GOAT. S tier. Best character. Funny as hell. He gets stronger every time he loses to the point where he gets more jacked than the Viltrumites. I love Alan. Cecil, also S. His dynamic in the story makes for very interesting situations that get people constantly arguing over everything he does. Most of the time I agree with him and much of what he does. Lawful good, lawful evil. Either way, he adds so much to the show. Duplicate, D, kind of just hooks up with people and fakes her death. I mean, there's some amount of depth to her character, but it's not touched on a lot. All of the Guardians of the Globe besides the Immortal are going on F. This dude was brain rotted. This dude sucks. Y'all were there for one episode and instantly got soloed. I don't really care about any of them. Rick, B, I need to see more of him as a character, but he follows that interesting reanimated human-robot subplot. Looks like in season 3 that gave him some strength, so good for him. We'll see where that goes. Doc Seismic B. I don't really care for him that much, but I find him really funny how he's like a politically correct villain. Eve's dad, F. This guy super sucks. Your daughter can do anything and is offered to enrich in you. He's so stubborn, but not in a way that shows any concern for Eve. He literally told her that she should take back Rex after he cheated on her. No care about her feelings at all. I hate this guy. He's kind of made to be hated, and it worked because I don't like him. D.A. Sinclair Claire, this dude, and this thing are all going on C, fine in their own episodes. I just don't even remember some of their names, and I need to see more. Eve's mom, C tier. I get the vibe that she at least kinda cares about Eve. Rex, this is a hot take, but bro's going in B tier. People act like just because he died and got a good guy arc, he's supposed to be my favorite character now or in the top tier. I still don't like him that much. I mean, he's alright. I like that he changed after his near-death experience, but the way that they changed him felt so artificial. Every other line of dialogue in season 3 was followed with some comments about how that's what old me would do, or new me doesn't do that. Like, they have to explain to the audience that Rex is a changed man rather than just like showing us. He's still a fine character, I just wish he was written a little better. Debbie Grayson, S. Her entire character personifies the long-lasting effects of trauma we rarely ever take time to look at in most superhero media. She goes through hell while still trying her best, which in itself is a great superpower, as corny as that sounds. Next 3, C tier. I can barely remember their names. Angstrom Levy goes straight to S tier. He's one of the most unique characters I've ever seen. He starts with such good intentions, and after the procedure to save worlds, his memories are all scrambled because he genuinely can't tell which ones are his. And because so many versions of him had trauma with Invincible, he sets out to murder the Invincible of his dimension, the only one who's not evil. The cruel twist of irony there is so great. A big step up from the comic where he's only concerned about how disfigured he looks. Here, he's genuinely a conglomerate of those versions of him tortured by Mark variants, but also possesses a dangerous amount of knowledge while not knowing who he really is. He's so erratic, and all the dimensions he has access to are so intriguing. Legendary villain. Shapesmith, A. I like Ben Schwartz, and Shapesmith is a really funny character. Alan's girlfriend, Krieg, Thetis, all B tier. Haven't seen enough from them, but they all seem good. Anissa, what a great character. I'm sure nothing horrible will happen later that's making me place her on D tier. A certain subplot in the comics. The only reason she's not on F is because she's kind of bad. She can kind of get it. I've let her do those things to me. Darkwing 2, B. He was a goofy and insane villain, but ends up being the hero. Quite nice. Oliver, S tier, GOAT status. Unlike Mark, who was beaten up by the Maulers, Oliver can actually win a fight. He cuts through the Maulers like a knife through butter. He pulls up on Conquest, punches him all the way back, and calls him a bag of turds. That's dope. Multipol, F. I don't care for this dude. He kind of annoys me. The assistant guy for Machine Head, C. Don't really remember much about him. Paul, or in the words of Moist Critical, super normal dude man, B tier. He knows his place and who he is, but he still wants to try and be in Debbie's life in the best way he can. I kind of like him. Dragon Master guy, C. I barely saw him and it was a filler episode. Powerplex, D. Everyone glazed the episode he was in. I thought it was kind of lame. He blames Invincible for the death of his family because of the Omni-Man fight in Chicago. Even though he can kind of like research what happened, he finally gets at him, killing his wife and child in the process. And instead of learning how much worse he was making it, he just blames Invincible again. Like that one Joker comic panel, this is somehow your fault. And then during the Invincible War, he's thrilled to get to kill multiple Invincibles. Like, dude, that's not even the same one as the one that... there's no sense to him. And the only redeeming quality to his character, besides his powers being pretty cool, is that he's voiced by Jesse Pinkman. Time-traveling twins, C. They stole the Constitution. Kind of funny. Haven't seen much from them. That's my answer to a lot of these characters being on C, because it's such a slow burn show, and I kind of have limited knowledge about the comics. I haven't really read them. I've just seen like video essays and shit. Conquest, S. Not only is he badass, but there's layers of emotional depth and mystery to his existence that he shows a strange amount of self-awareness to, but it's buried beneath the Viltrumite ways, which is pretty much all he has. This guy will apparently be important later, so C. I just don't remember anything except for that he's voiced by Mike Ermitrout.
Well, here's what's gonna happen.
Lucan, I think this guy's name was, C tier. Apparently he comes back later. I've seen him for like 1 zeptosecond. And finally, Tech Jacket, S. From what I know, he's extremely cool in the comics. His backstory is really awesome. In the show, we saw him kill one of the Mark variants, which is nice, but he's got a lot of interesting lore that I think we're gonna learn later, so that's my Invincible tier list. I'm conquesting it. Oh, I'm conquesting it.